The first 60 minutes, why your day is lost before breakfast. Forget about ice-cold showers and hour-long meditation sessions, things the average person simply doesn't have time for. Today, we'll break down the quick start system used by top athletes and corporate executives. Just 300 seconds separate you from a state of mental fog to laser-like focus. I will show you how to hack your body's resistance system. Your morning is the foundation upon which the edifice of your success is built. Most people make the same fatal mistake. They enter into a battle with their own bodies. But willpower is a limited resource that becomes depleted by lunchtime. They use biological levers to trigger a cascade of the right chemical reactions in the brain. Imagine that your brain is a complex mechanism that needs to be warmed up before the race. If you stand still for too long, you lose the race. 5 minutes is exactly the amount of time required to activate the body's key systems. We will not be talking about magic or esotericism. We will be talking about specific protocols. Every second of this video brings you closer to a life where every morning brings joy and drive. Get ready to rewrite your script forever. Before we move on to specific exercises, it is important to understand the mechanics of the process. When you open your eyes, your body is in a state of transition from rest to wakefulness. At this moment, the hormone cortisol plays a decisive role. It is precisely what provides us with the necessary surge of energy. The main problem facing modern people is that we block this natural surge. The biggest mistake is using the snooze button on your alarm clock. This creates a phenomenon known as sleep inertia, leaving you feeling groggy. Your intellect literally gets stuck in a fog due to the abrupt disruption of your biological rhythms. Instead, you need to immediately send a signal to your nervous system. The first and most important factor is light. Photons of light strike the retina of the eye and send an instantaneous impulse to the hypothalamus. If you spend your first few minutes in the dark, scrolling through your phone feed, you are tricking your internal clock. The blue light from the screen triggers a false alarm, while the absence of general lighting tricks the body into thinking that night is still continuing. This creates an internal conflict that burns through your mental resources before you've even had breakfast. The ideal scenario requires immediate exposure to bright light, preferably natural sunlight. This triggers the thermoregulation mechanism and raises body temperature. Understand that your productivity begins not with a cup of coffee, but with proper hormone management. The next critical step in your 5-minute system is restoring your hydration levels. During 8 hours of sleep, your body loses up to 1 liter of fluid. Your blood thickens and your brain literally shrinks from dehydration. This state leads to feelings of mental sluggishness and irritability. Instead of immediately burdening your stomach with caffeine, you should drink 2 glasses of plain water. This is not merely quenching your thirst, but kickstarting metabolic processes. To enhance the effect, add a pinch of sea salt and a little lemon juice to the water. Salt provides electrolytes, while lemon activates the production of liver enzymes. This simple elixir clears your path to mental clarity in just 30 seconds. When your cells receive hydration, the heart works more efficiently and delivers more oxygen. It is precisely this region that is responsible for decision-making and concentration. Many successful entrepreneurs call this ritual the cheapest and most effective way to boost their IQ. A dehydrated brain is incapable of creativity or deep analysis. Imagine pouring high-quality fuel into the system. It is an instant awakening at the cellular level, which provides a colossal advantage. Once you have hydrated your body, the time comes for physical activation. Your lymphatic system does not have a pump of its own. The only way to kickstart your body's cleansing process is muscle contraction. You don't need to go to the gym or do a full 30-minute workout. 60 seconds of intense jumping in place is enough. As you perform these movements, the valves in your blood vessels open. This action instantly raises your core body temperature, shifting you into the mode of a hunter and creator. If you remain motionless for too long, your metabolism continues to operate in dormant mode. Add to this deep belly breathing. Just 10 deep breaths in and out, reducing morning anxiety. You literally shake the last traces of sleep out of your joints and muscles. This section is fundamental for those who suffer from morning stiffness. Your mitochondria begin producing energy in response to a request from your muscle fibers. This creates a natural surge of energy that is far more stable than the artificial stimulation provided by caffeine. You build your endurance for the entire day using just 1 minute of your time. Remember, movement is life. Once your body has been brought into working order, it is necessary to bring order to your mental space. Most people make the mistake of compiling endless to-do lists. Instead, spend 60 seconds identifying the single most important task of the day. This should be the one victory that, once achieved, makes all other tasks either easier. Write this goal down on paper by hand. The mechanical movement of the pen across the sheet of paper activates the reticular formation. This creates what is known as the tunnel effect of focus. You program your internal navigator, and your brain begins releasing dopamine in advance. This gives you that very sense of anticipation and drive. It is important not merely to think about this, but specifically to capture the thought in tangible form. This practice takes less than a minute, yet it guarantees that you won't squander your best morning hours. You take control of the trajectory of your life, transforming from a passenger into a pilot. Every great project began with a clear understanding of the next step. Now we come to the most difficult, yet decisive stage. It is a complete digital detox. Your habit of reaching for your phone is a veritable mental poison. When you scroll through social media, you voluntarily hand over control of your attention to algorithms. Your brain instantly shifts from a creative state to a reactive one. This triggers a release of cortisol at the most inopportune moment. Studies show that people who spend the first 15 minutes of the day without gadgets have a 40% higher level of concentration. Your attention is the most valuable currency, and you are literally throwing it in the trash. Set a strict rule: no screens until all stages are complete. This block of silence allows your subconscious to complete the processing of the night's information. If you replace scrolling through your feed with gazing at the view from your window, you will notice how the world around you becomes sharper. You gain control over your time. No message in the world is worth your mental stability. To sum up, your new morning strategy is a clear algorithm consisting of 5 simple steps: light, water, movement, focus, and silence. Together, they take exactly 300 seconds. Remember that discipline is not a restriction of freedom, but a tool for achieving it. Every time you choose a conscious start, you are making an investment in your future self. The people you admire on magazine covers differ from you only in the quality of their habits. The morning is your first critical moment. If you win the battle for the first 5 minutes, you are overwhelmingly likely to win the entire day as well. Don't try to change everything at once, starting Monday. Start tomorrow with a single glass of water. Gradually layer in the remaining elements of the system until they become part of your code. Your life is the sum of your days, and your days are a reflection of how you start them. Make the decision that tomorrow's sun will greet not a victim of circumstance, but the architect of their own reality. You possess all the necessary knowledge. All that remains is to wake up and hit the start button. Hit like if you're ready to take on this challenge and subscribe to the channel. See you at the top.